rich like me. Sing with me. I once was lost, but now am found. I was blind, but now I see. Now, this morning we're going to do kind of a memorial celebration, I like better, for Jean Hudgins. I want to read the obituary, and this message and this whole morning is going to be about life, not death, about living and not dying, because in Christ we really don't die. Amen. He says, because I live, you live. Mary Jean Hudgins, 85 years old, passed away September 23rd, 2022. September 3rd, sorry. 2022. This helps. After a short battle with cancer, she died in her home in Hunting, Texas, surrounded by family. She was born on January 22nd, 1937, to her parents Clyde and Lucille Ray Clough, both deceased in Alabama. She spent most of her young life in Alabama before moving to Detroit, Michigan, and for a short time, and then after that they moved to Houston, where she met and married Billy Hudgins, before moving to Bay Cliff, Texas, and starting a family. After 40 years in Bay Cliff, Billy and Jean moved to Lufkin to spend their retirement years. Jean was an avid motorcyclist and one of the original founders of TMRA, Texas Motorcycle Roadriders Association. She spent the majority of her life attending rallies, organizing events, presiding over organizations as president for several years. She was also a key component in fighting for motorcycle rights in the state of Texas. She was a huge factor in helmet law rights, HOV lane access, and Look Twice road sign campaign located throughout the state. She also helped pave the way to motorcycle safety in the state by hosting the first motorcycle safety courses in the state before the MSF even existed. Over the years, she placed literally thousands of well-trained riders onto the streets of Houston and surrounding areas. She even had the privilege of teaching Governor Ann Richards at the time and 2 or 3 members of ZZ Top how to ride. I didn't know that. So if I run into ZZ Top, one of the guys, in fact, Beard lives in Lago Vista. If I happen to run into him, I could ask him, do you know Jean Hudgins? Her 2 main devotions in life after her family was always TMRA, rider rights and education. After retiring from the as being an MSF instructor, Jean and Billy moved to Lufkin to enjoy the retirement together. While there, she spent most of her time gardening, canning fresh fruits and vegetables. She spent a short time working at a local Hobby Lobby and then owned an antique and resale shop for several years. After Billy passed in 2016, then her daughter Sherry Harden passed in 2018, Jean moved to Huntington, Texas to be Huntington, Texas, to be close to family as her health started to decline. And the fact is, I had spoken to Jean about her relationship with God. And she had told me that she doesn't care much for the church, and at some point in time, and didn't get into detail, as she'd been hurt by the church, and a lot of people think the church is full of hypocrites, and I understand that. But the church is a hospital for sinners, not a country club for saints. Well, there are a lot of hypocrites, a lot of sinners there. We're all sinners, come short of the glory of God. But the thing is, Jean had a relationship with Jesus Christ. She said that he had accepted the fact that he died for her sin. And so I love to be the one to tell you this. She's not dead. She's not dead. She's alive. And John 14 says, Jesus said, after a little while, the world will not see me anymore. But he said, you see me because I live, you live also. I'm going to sing some songs, and they're pretty simple. And some of it you know.